You know, I've been thinking, we know next year is going to be challenging. We're about to endure a lot of gaslighting, greed, lying, ignorance, possibly even the measles and the mumps. So let's fill this Christmas with generosity and goodness. Let's be nice to our friends. Let strangers get ahead of us in traffic. Maybe spend a little extra time with their kids. Give our spouses a back rub. Maybe have some snacks for the Amazon guy when he shows up. Let's deck those halls and lube up those chimneys because Santa's coming to town and he might not be coming back ever again. Okay? Which brings us to Donald Trump, who got yet another early Christmas gift today. He was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. That's the cover. Sadly, there's no one left to roll it up and spank him with it. Maybe Elon will do it for him. I don't know. According to the Time website, the Person of the Year is bestowed upon a person, group, or concept that had the biggest impact for good or for ill, which that's him, all right. It was a no-brainer in every sense of the word. Over the years, you know, Trump has had many ups and downs when it comes to Time Magazine. In 2013, he wrote, Time Magazine list of the 100 most influential people is a joke and a stunt of a magazine that will, like Newsweek, soon be dead. And just took a look at Time Magazine, looks really flimsy, like a free handout at the parking lot. The sad end is coming, just like Newsweek. But in 2015, when they put him on the cover of Time Magazine, a great honor. And then they didn't make him Person of the Year that year. I told you Time Magazine would never pick me as Person of the Year, despite being the big favorite. They picked person who is ruining Germany. But then the next year, thank you to Time Magazine and Financial Times for naming me Person of the Year, a great honor. Sadly, the era of good feelings did not last. Time Magazine called to say I was probably going to be named Person of the Year like last year, but I would have to agree to an interview and a major photo shoot. I said probably is no good and took a pass. Thanks anyway. And then this was today when Trump celebrated his Person of the Yearhood at the New York Stock Exchange. Ding, 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 ding. He jammed his little finger on that bell like it was the Diet Coke button in the Oval Office. That's how long my son would ring a bell. He's 7 years old. Just a very stable, very even, some say stable genius of a man. And then, since he was back in the Big Apple, Trump treated a floor full of stockbrokers to the classic timeless story of the old lady and the apples.
People can't afford their groceries, and they're going to be affording their groceries very soon. I tell the story about a woman who, an old woman, no money, went to a grocery store, had 3 apples. She put them down on the counter, and she looked, and she saw the price, and she said, "Would you excuse me?" And she walked one of the apples back to the refrigerator and came back to pay for the 2 apples. And she left with 2 apples, and the woman at the counter said that was so sad. And when I heard about the story, I said, that should never happen in America, and it's not going to happen in America.
Yeah, and it never happened in the first place in America. I will never get tired of hearing that story, and he will never get tired of telling that story. That is Donald Trump's free bird right now. Meanwhile,